TV 1061, conceptualizing your ideas across the world and beyond. TV 1061, conceptualizing your ideas across the world and beyond. TV 1061, conceptualizing your ideas across the world and beyond. TV 1061, conceptualizing your ideas across the world and beyond. TV 1061, conceptualizing your ideas across the world and beyond. TV 1061, conceptualizing your ideas across the world and beyond. TV 1061, conceptualizing your ideas across the world and beyond. TV 1061, conceptualizing your ideas across the world and beyond.
Hello everyone, and welcome to Your Real Estate Tea, where we teach you so you can become educated to achieve. I'm Andrea Farley, real estate broker with Maximum One Realtor Partners. And today we will be discussing home inspections and also how a home inspection is different from an appraisal. So I have a guest who is a home inspector who will be answering some questions that you may have regarding home inspections. So you definitely want to stay tuned. First, let me go over the TV 1061 live streams. So Tuesdays at 12:30, you have Your Real Estate Tea. Wednesday at 8 p.m., you have The Flavor. Also that day, 9:30 is the playlist. On Fridays at 7 p.m., you have the Life Lounge. Saturday, 3:30 is the Conversation. At 5 p.m. Saturday is Bedroom Chronicles. And Sunday at 4:30 is the Talk Show Divas. And I want to shout out the executive producer, Felix Washington, and social media director, Shantae Barksdale. So we are asking guys if you would like to donate to this particular platform. The Cash App is $TV1061. All donations would be greatly appreciated. And so guys, let's jump right into it. What is a home inspection? A home inspection assesses the condition of the home before you purchase. And so while that is one part of the home buying process, we also have an appraisal. That is also a very vital part in the home buying process as well. And so what an appraiser will do is they observe the property, they analyze data, and they report their findings to their client. So the appraisal is usually ordered by the lender, and that is what assists a lender or assists lenders in order to determine the funds they will provide for a mortgage. So when you do apply for the mortgage, that appraisal represents the unbiased opinion. And that is the best way to confirm the value of the home. And so regardless of what you are willing to pay for a house, if you are using a mortgage, that appraisal will dictate the value of the home. And it will dictate what the banks will lend for based upon what the home is worth. So now let's just talk about today's market. So in today's market, it is a seller's market, and inventory is very low. It is driving an increase in bidding wars, and so that is tending to push up the home prices. And sellers are in a very strong position because, they sometimes can tend to think that they can set their price at whatever they want, but that won't quite work out so well because, again, that appraisal is what will determine the value. So your real estate agent, such as myself, can go into more detail regarding that. Okay? So let's go into the home inspection. The home inspection is a way of determining the current state, safety, and condition of the home before finalizing the sale. So if anything is questionable in that inspection process, like the age of the roof, the state of the HVAC system, or anything else, you as a buyer have the option to discuss and negotiate any and all potential issues or repairs with the seller before you finalize the transaction. So again, your real estate agent, such as myself, will be key through that part of the process. And I want to introduce my guest today. He is with Dream Home Inspections, Jock Mountain. Jock, I want to welcome you to the show. How are you today?
I'm doing good. Thank you so much.
Awesome, awesome. Glad that you can join us today and be a resource regarding home inspections. And so I want to start by asking you, how long have you been an inspector?
I have been a full-time inspector for 15 years.
Oh, wow.
I started back in 2006, and currently we have inspected over 8,000 homes, churches, daycares, warehouses. So if it's standing, we can inspect it.
Oh, wow. That is awesome, awesome. So you definitely have seen a lot of different scenarios and issues, and I'm sure are well versed in being able to call out a lot of different things that are key, with the home buyers. So, Jock, I know that it's not necessary to have any type of formal training, but have you received training to become an inspector?
Yes. So in the state of Georgia, there are actually about 20 states in the U.S. that do not require any type of training to be a home inspector, and Georgia happens to be one.
Okay.
So there are national certifications, and there are home inspection certification classes that you can take, and that's what I took.
Okay.
And it's not required by the state. So basically, those classes give you the basic information on how to go out and do the things that you just stated. Check the heating and air, the electrical, the plumbing, the roof, the foundation. They give you the basics on how to inspect the home, but then there are other certifications you can go and get on your own after that.
Okay, excellent. Okay. And what type of inspections do you do as well?
So we do residential, all of our home inspections. We do commercial, which I just stated, daycares, warehouses, churches. We do mold inspections, lead-based paint inspections of homes built before 1978. We do radon inspections. For those who may not be familiar with radon, radon is actually a gas that comes up into homes. It is the #2 cause of lung cancer in America.
Wow.
So we're really trying to urge people to get more radon testing with their home inspection. And, of course, we can also do asbestos testing, and that's what you're hearing all the commercials on now with people with mesothelioma. Comes from asbestos. So there's a number of inspections we can do outside of just the regular home inspection.
Okay. That is excellent. That's awesome to know because, you know, depending on the age of your home, some of those inspections are very necessary. And that's great to know that you guys have specialized training in those other forms of inspections and not just your typical home inspection. Okay? That's awesome. And so, Jock, why is it important to have a home inspection?
Okay. So it's important to get a home inspection because you need to know what you're buying. As a home buyer, first time, second time, or whether it's the last home you live in, you need to know what you're purchasing. There's a thing in the real estate community called a seller's disclosure, where if you're buying a home from a seller, they're supposed to tell you what they know is wrong, but we go beyond that and we look for things that they may not know. So you want to know what you're purchasing because there are a number of issues that are specific to Georgia that could actually cause a home buyer some major trouble. I'll give you one for example. We have a roof that was made here in Georgia back in 2002. It is a defective roof. It is on homes all over the state of Georgia. It was actually made in McDonough, Georgia, and it has caused people to the point where the company who made it has a class action lawsuit against it.
Wow.
But if you buy a home with that roof and you have problems with it, your homeowner's insurance won't replace it. So that's the type of information we want to give people up front to say, listen, you may not want to buy this house with this recall product on it because there's no help for you afterwards.
Oh, wow.
The seller may not know that. So basically what we're telling people is get the home inspection, pay a couple of $100, and we could potentially save you thousands.
Absolutely, absolutely. That small investment, although it may seem large up front, is definitely worthwhile because, like Jock just mentioned, it could save you down the line, you know, by potentially having to invest a whole lot more. So, and Jock, you also mentioned something very key, how in the state of Georgia, the seller is required to disclose any latent defects. Now, that is something that is required by law. So, you know, anything that the seller may be aware of the property that can't necessarily be discovered with an inspection or, you know, just by looking at it, the seller is definitely legally obligated to disclose that information. And so definitely along with that information, the inspection will put you at an advantage when you are looking into purchasing a home. And so, Jock, how long does an inspection usually take?
Your average home inspection is going to take about 2 hours.
Okay.
And that's just depending on, you know, of course, you know, that's your average home, 2,000 to 3,000 square feet. 2 hours could be longer just depending on the size, the age, you know, the construction of the home. If there's a crawl space and we have to crawl up under the home, then of course that'll take a little longer. But just your basic home, you should expect to be there about 2 hours.
Okay, great. And so I know we mentioned a couple of things that, you know, you look out for. Is there anything in addition that you want to share that you guys look for specifically during your inspections?
Man, that's a long list. I'll tell you what, though.
Give us the top.
Let me tell you a specialized service that we offer that helps us That's not an additional fee. We use thermal imaging on the home inspections. We have infrared cameras. All of our inspectors have infrared cameras.
Okay.
Now, infrared is not X-ray vision. It doesn't see through walls or floors. But what it does do, it shows us hidden leaks. It can show us where insulation is missing in a home. It can show us where wires may be overheating. So the thermal imaging is something that we do on every inspection just to help us do a better inspection for the home buyer. So that would be, I guess, a plus. And then also in the state of Georgia, in order to inspect for termites, you have to be a licensed termite inspector.
Okay.
But we have partnered with a couple of termite companies who will actually come out and do a free termite inspection for the home buyer if the home is currently not covered by another company.
Oh, okay.
So,
Okay.
Yeah, so we're trying to give the home buyer as much information as possible at the lowest price possible.
Absolutely. That is definitely a great advantage by using your company. And so that is a question that I actually have. With your typical home inspection, the termite inspection is separate. And so do you recommend that the termite inspection be done all the time?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
In the South, Georgia, Alabama, South Carolina, North Carolina, Florida, we have termites in every acre of land. There's termites. So it's not if they find your home, it's when they find your home.
Okay.
And that's why even in the building of new construction, the building code requires builders to automatically put in termite protection because it's just that prevalent here in Georgia.
Gotcha. That's great to know. So, guys, that there you have it. When you get that inspection, the termite inspection is separate. So that is something you definitely want to make sure that you have done during that process. Again, it will save you heartache and headache in the long run by doing some things up front. And so you talked about new construction, Jock. Should a buyer get an inspection on a brand new home?
Yes, ma'am. Let me tell you why. Okay. Although the home is new, at the end of the day, people build homes. People make mistakes. The county and the city who do their inspections, they are doing code inspections. So what that means for the average home buyer is this. The county or the city is not inspecting your entire home like a home inspector. There are specific criteria that they come in and look for during the building process, and they do not inspect the entire home. They check for the things that they're looking for, they sign off on it, and they leave. However, we've gone into brand new homes, we found gas leaks. We've gone into brand new homes, we've had tubs leak through the ceiling. We've gone into brand new homes in the summer and the AC didn't work. So if the county, quote unquote, inspected every home, they should have caught all of these things. But that's not their part.
Right.
The county doesn't come through and open up all the windows, check all the outlets and doors, and flush all your toilets. So that's why you need a private home inspector, even on new construction.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Okay. Well, it looks like we will take a brief intermission, and so we will come right back to you with more questions and answers regarding home inspections.
How can you find a reliable source of CBD products? Introducing Holistic Wellness Boutique, a revolutionary collection of CBD tinctures, CBD topicals, CBD edibles, CBD pet products, and other relevant CBD products that help you incorporate CBD into your everyday lifestyle. The best part? Through our special Radiant Transformations program, Dr. Alea Daniel, PharmD, a well-regarded wellness coach, licensed pharmacist, and the mind behind the idea of Holistic Wellness Boutique, will also introduce you to a healthier lifestyle through proper education, nutrition, and a thorough medication evaluation to make the most of our exemplary CBD products. If you are struggling with a chronic condition, we can help you discover how to live a more holistic lifestyle through wellness coaching and the proper selection of hemp-derived CBD products. Visit HolisticWellnessBoutique.com to schedule a consultation or order an audacious combination of hemp-derived CBD products that will rejuvenate your mind, body, and spirit.
Today's world exposes our youth to life experiences that are well beyond that which their years should allow. Violence, trauma, poverty, injustice. Our children's lives and their livelihoods are in constant danger. Wisdom, Inc. is a community-based organization designed to save young lives by reducing violence and assisting youth in their personal development. Wisdom stands for wise individuals structuring and developing youthful minds. Through our collective wisdom, we can change lives for the better. Wisdom, Inc. Reducing violence, developing youth, saving lives.
Okay, guys, thank you so much for tuning back in. Again, this is Your Real Estate Tea, where we teach you so you can become educated to achieve. And so, guys, I definitely want to mention again, the Cash App for donations is $TV 1061. All donations will be greatly appreciated. And so now, guys, we are continuing our question and answer with Jock Mountain with Dream Home Inspections. And so, Jock, let me ask you this. I know that we're, in a very competitive market, where the sellers definitely have the advantage. The advantage for the buyers is, low rates. So there's a lot of competition. And I know that some people or buyers may be looking to shorten their due diligence time, so they can potentially win the bid. But as a realtor, I would suggest that you make sure your due diligence is fulfilled and that you do not skip out on the home inspection. As Jock has mentioned, that is very vital to, you moving forward with purchasing your home. And so let me ask you this, Jock, as far as the turnaround time for the home inspection, what does that usually look like for your company?
Our turnaround time is next day. So whatever
Okay.
day we go out and do the inspection, we will have the email report. We have the report emailed to you as the agent and to them as the home buyer.
Okay. Excellent. Excellent. Okay, so guys, you heard it. Dream Home Inspections can definitely get you your information you need very quickly so that you as the buyer are prepared in making your purchase. And what is the cost of the home inspection as well?
Okay, the price of our home inspection, we charge $395.
Okay.
So we're definitely not the cheapest in town, but then we're not the most expensive either.
Right.
That's just our rate. But I would tell anybody, even if you decided to use another company, expect to pay at least $300, $350 just to any home inspection company.
Okay.
I've heard and seen some Google discounts, $195 for inspection, $175. I would be pretty nervous about using somebody that's charging that small of an amount for an inspection that requires this much detail.
Right. Again, guys, I'm a big proponent of you do get what you pay for. I would say 99% of the time.
Correct.
And so, again, in the beginning of this conversation, Jock mentioned that there is no formal training that is required to be an inspector. And so you do want to ask that question when you are looking for an inspector to know, have they received, the proper training to be able to do the job sufficient. And so, Jock, let me also ask you, should a buyer attend their home inspection?
We do recommend that they come at the end of the inspection.
Okay.
The inspection can normally take about 2 hours, so we don't want them there the whole time, just sitting around basically with kind of nothing to do. But maybe that last 30 minutes they show up, and that way we can walk them around and show them some of the major problems that we've discovered.
Okay, excellent. All right, and so in that process, what are some of the things to, look out for during the home inspection, and what are some of those things that you may point out to the buyers as well? If you can give us an example.
Sure. So I'll just give you a couple easy examples. Number one, people vacuum and use the home a lot. So when you do that, using outlets a lot in the kitchens and in the living rooms, the outlets become loose. Loose outlets over a long period of time become a fire hazard. So we like to point that out to the homeowners or the future homeowners. When people have lived in the home for a long period of time, they have beds or furniture in the way. Sometimes when we try and open those windows are stuck. The windows that don't open and close properly, that's a fire hazard as well. We point out smoke detectors. Smoke detectors, once they turn yellow, that beige color, they once were white, or they're over 10 years old, now they're defective, they need to be replaced. And then, of course, loose toilets and leaks under sinks. So anything that's just going to be a hindrance to the home buyer moving in immediately, we like to point that out to them.
Okay, great. And so you mentioned a few things to point out to the home buyer. Now, I understand that, and we both understand that this market is very competitive. So what are some things that the home buyer should ask for? Without a doubt, you know, they should definitely want to negotiate with that seller and getting repaired. Or do you have some things in mind that, you know, you'd be like, hey, you know, this is definitely a serious issue. You want to get it resolved. If you can't negotiate it, then you definitely want to address this. What are some of those types of repairs that buyers should ask for?
So with every home inspection, we have what we call the Big Five. These are 5 major areas of the home that if any of these areas have problems, they could potentially cause you thousands of dollars worth of issues.
Okay.
So the Big Five are these. Number 1 would be the roof.
Right.
Number 2 would be the foundation. 3 would be the electrical system. 4 would be the plumbing. And 5 would be the heating and air.
Okay.
So those are our Big Five that we really want to stress and make sure we look at thoroughly. So if there's a roof issue, electrical, plumbing, any of those areas, we want those looked at right up front. After that, I always tell the home buyer, what's going to be a problem for you when you move in? Well, a loose toilet that rocks back and forth when you sit on it, that's only going to get worse over time. A leak up under the sink, that's going to get worse over time. Outlets, so basically I try and tell them loose handrails, walking up to the house or up the stairs. So anything that's going to be a everyday problem because you constantly have to touch it and use it, those are the things you're going to want to ask the seller to fix.
Okay.
So the seller may say, hey, I'm not going to clean the gutters. Okay, well, I can hire somebody to clean the gutters, but I don't want the toilets loose and stuff leaking. So that's how I try and distinguish for them what's most important.
Okay. Well, that is definitely great information to know. And, you know, of course, if you are working with an agent and you don't have an agent, you definitely want to find a trusted real estate agent to assist you with that process in negotiating repairs. And so, Jock, I want to thank you so much for your time today, you know, in giving us this very vital information regarding home inspections. And so, how do we reach you, Jock? What would be the best way to get in contact with you?
Okay, the best way to get in contact with us is just to call our office. I have an office manager. She schedules all of our inspections. And then we have 4 different inspectors that can go out. So our number is 678-516-9467. That's 678-516-9467. And then you can also check us out on Instagram, and I am Mr. MR Dream Home Inspections, just like the name of our company.
Okay.
So those are the best ways to reach out to us, to follow us, and you can definitely learn a lot just by going on our Instagram page, because we're big on trying to educate home buyers prior to them purchasing.
Okay, awesome. And is it the best way to reach you to schedule that inspection? Is it best to call you or do it or book it through your site, or what would be the best way?
Either way, they could book on the website. Thank you for bringing that up. And the website is Dream Home Inspection with no S, dreamhomeinspection.org. You can book there. So whether it's after office hours, you can go online and book your appointment anytime you want to, or you can call.
Okay. Excellent. Well, thank you again so much. Guys, if you have any questions, definitely reach out to Jock. Go on the website to educate yourself. Give me a call if you are in need of a real estate professional. I am a real estate broker. I can be reached at 404-965-5041. Or if you have any questions regarding any topics regarding real estate, you can reach me at afarleyrealtor@gmail.com. And so, guys, I do want to just kind of close it out with what the bottom line is. And so we talked about a home appraisal and we talked about an inspection. So appraisals determine value. The inspection determines the condition of the home. And so these are very critical steps in your home buying process. And so you can reach out to me and I can definitely help you navigate through the home buying process. And guys, I want to thank you so much for tuning in. Again, TV 1061 has the live streams. Tuesday at 12:30, which is now or today, is your real estate tea. Wednesday at 8 p.m. is the flavor. At 9:30 is the playlist. Friday at 7 is the Life Lounge. Saturday 3:30 is the conversation. Saturday at 5 is Bedroom Chronicles. And Sunday 4:30 is the Talk Show Divas. Again, Cash App TV 1061. Thank you so much for tuning in. Have a blessed day.